All right. Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I have really dear friends of mine that have helped me over the years in my solar journey. That's Martin and Adam. So really, what everyone's struggling with in solar primarily is just how to follow up, how to keep track of leads and stuff like that, how to have like complex automations done. And I've had so many people that I've paid over the years that have just like really, for lack of a better term, they took a shit inside of my CRM and just left a whole freaking mess. And so anyway, so I have Martin and Adam today. I wanted to really, you know, I wanted to really showcase, what they can do. And so, you know, we've worked over the years on many, many, many projects, and we've had, dialers primarily linked to GoHighLevel, external apps linked to GoHighLevel. Like I said, complex automations within GoHighLevel, anything you could think of, including AI. So I'm going to give the word to Martin. Martin, you could take over this, man, and just kind of show people the kind of stuff that you've kind of done for me over the years behind the scenes that, to be honest, I don't know anything about, but you've saved my life for sure.
Thanks for the shout out, man. And I really appreciate it. I just want to say that, a lot of the people that we work in solar and we do their go high level for them, they sometimes don't even know some things are possible. And that's why, I requested if we can have a video with you so we can tell people kind of like what we do so they don't have to struggle and go through some of these things that take a lot of time and energy from their plate. So I actually made a list, and if you feel like you're having issues with one of these things, you're totally free to reach out, and we'll talk about your custom solution. So let me just share screen. So the number one thing is the 10 DLC A2P verifications. I met some people who actually build out a website, bought a domain, spend a lot of money just to get this done. And in reality, you can just use free website, put your EIN on it, and go through the A2P verifications, without building out anything in 2 days. Then what we specialize in integrating external tools such as Facebook ads. So everything is working properly. Follow-ups are being sent out and reminders to your team because there is nothing worse than when leads are coming from multiple lead sources, no matter what it is, and they're just getting dumped and no one's getting notified. There is no speed to lead and things like these. So this is something that we specialize in solving. Another thing, lead generation. So the thing we like to use for that is actually all the leads that you've generated in the past. We use an SMS booking bot. I can Ivan always likes this workflow, and basically we reach out to these people. The AI then takes over, qualifies them, puts them on the calendar, and then sends follow-ups and sends invitations to your calendar, and it's working like magic. And I recommend all the people to do reactivation because it's way cheaper than generating new leads from scratch.
Yeah, for sure. Everyone in solar probably has some old lists that they're not using, or maybe they've run ads in the past, but they're just not really, they're not utilizing, they're not calling the lead. So with a reactivation campaign, even using AI, you can actually revive a lot of the leads from the dead. So which is pretty nice. I like looking at the workflow that you showed because it really like it comes to show the level of understanding that you have on these complex automations. And I think my audience can really benefit if you're watching this video. Honestly, if you have any struggles with Go High Level, with which CRM you should choose and how to set up your team, if you're planning on, building out your company, like I'm telling you, do not look further. Martin and Adam are your guys. Trust me. Like you're they're going to be your one-stop shop. That's why I wanted to kind of do this video so I can give them a major shout out because they've definitely helped me out over the years. So
And yeah, like we have a guy and he had like a list of leads from the past 2 years that he collected through door knocking, and then he was doing some radio ads, bunch of stuff, and he had it all in Google Sheets, and he closed 7 deals just from that list. And
wow.
all that it took was just reach out to these people, then AI, put these people back on calendar, and then he had a call with them, went into their house and finished closing the deal. So like the CPA for that deal was, nothing because he already paid for that in the past. So, s
Hmm.
sometimes, some solutions are super easy and efficient.
Yeah,
And yeah,
I
like,
want to say one
mm,
thing, man. Like there's nothing that I've ever came up with that you couldn't build or you couldn't do within Go High. It's kind of crazy, actually. Even things that I would never think of in a million years on how a particular thing can be solved. Like you would always, even if you don't know how to do it on the spot, like you would do a little bit of research. You're very proactive. You would find a solution, and then you come back to me and say, "Hey, dude, I found the answer. We can do it this way." And I'm like, I'm blown away. So just wanted to say that, bro.
yeah, we had a lot of fun. Uh, I remember when he came up with the speed to lead sheet,
Well,
for all
speed
the
to lead sheet is
salespeople.
a
Yeah.
million dollar secret. I do not want you to give that away, sir. But it's yeah, the speed to leads, for example, right? I mean that's a very
Yeah.
complex. That's one of the most complex projects that you've probably done with me. So, but it's really a multi-million dollar I would say system because it just saves you a lot of time, effort, and energy. It limits human error, which is, you know, could be enormous if things aren't set up properly. So it just comes to show that what you do really works, man.
Mm. Appreciate that, man. And yeah, just to finish this off, the last few things that we've got here on the list is that, always things break. It doesn't matter, if you have like a one assistant or if you have a big company, and you deserve, to not be lost in the trenches, and just anytime that anything happens, you can just, reach out, and we solve these issues in Go High Level integrations, and different platforms that are connected, empower your business.
Yeah,
Uh,
truly.
and then we've got here installing a power dialer, super powerful thing. So the salespeople don't call leads one by one, but the power dialer calls three people at the same time and rotates phone numbers, because when you're taking things to a bigger level and you've got bunch of leads, it's super tedious to change the phone numbers manually after, every 50th call. So
Hmm.
for larger teams, the power dialer is an absolute must-have.
Yeah, 1000%.
Mhm.
Yep. Awesome. Is
And
there anything else you want to go over?
I just want to say, like you touched on, I have a passion for, these custom solutions and projects. So if there is something that you might guys have on mind that's a bit complex, and it's like a huge vision that you have in your head about the things you want to automate, and the processes in your business you want to run, that's an ideal time to book a call so we can go over the plan and
Absolutely.
come up with a vision.
Absolutely. So we're gonna leave a link in the description. I think it will be the first link in the description.
Mm.
So you guys can, definitely find Martin Adam, and just talk to them about it's not a sales call. Just talk to them about kind of like what you want, and then they'll let you know if it could be done. Most likely it can because you've never said no to me. So yeah,
All right. Awesome.
yeah. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Appreciate you too.